Kris Gethin speaking here. Now, as you know, I've been a celebrity trainer, and while I was in India, for instance, I trained a lot of Bollywood trainers there, and I get a lot of questions on, what are the training principles that I instilled on people like Hrithik Roshan, John Abraham, and Mahesh Babu, and I'll tell you a little bit today, but getting specific, let me know exactly what you want to know. Do you want to know how we worked on Hrithik Roshan's abs or John Abraham's arms, for instance? Let me know and I'll get very specific, but just to let you know, right now that I trained these guys completely different one from the other. Everything was very instinctive and a little bit of trial and error to begin with. But to give you an example, John Abraham, I trained him maybe 3 to 4 times a week. The reason being is that he wears many hats. He's not just an actor, he's a producer, he has his own film company, he looks after a lot of sporting teams, he owns some, so because of the stress that was placed upon him and the very little sleep that he'd get, it was hard for him to recover. He would never moan, he would never cry, he'd always get his ass into the gym regardless, but I knew that his body wasn't recovering as fast as it possibly could be. He's a pescatarian as well, so we were limited with the types of food that we could put into him. So we would train very, very hard, very intense, but I'd make sure that he'd have a good few days off per week to ensure that he could adequately recover. Otherwise, his immune system would be down, he'd get adrenal fatigue, he would be tired all the time, and he wouldn't be able to give me 100%, which is all he wanted to deliver. With Hrithik, for instance, we would train 5, maybe 6 times a week. He was more of an ectomorph. His body would recover, and because his metabolism was that much faster, and I would feed him a lot of calories, his body would burn it off, and we would do a lot more cardio as well. But because he was able to get his sleep, yes, he would be delayed, on sets and stuff like that every now and again, but he recovered very, very fast, that I found, and he's very intuitive to his body, so he was able to give me a lot of feedback which helped me assist and kind of allow his body to recuperate and perform that much better, so he was able to pound it that much harder. He did have a few injuries, and we worked around that by doing a lot of isolation exercises over compound movement, so again, his body wasn't that stressed all the time, hence we trained with a lot more frequency. So those are a couple of tips of how we trained individually. You can't just follow a complete cookie cutter, you can instill some of the principles. The basics always work, however when we're working customized specifically to those guys' needs, and we only have a very short window to transform and have a transformation that people would deem as unnatural or photoshopped, that's what we had to do. We had to do a couple of unnatural things that were instinctive. So let me know if there's more tips that you would like to know specifically about some of the celebrities that I worked with, such as Mahesh and Hrithik and John, and I've had other trainers there, obviously worked with Ranveer Singh, and right now Arjun Kapoor, and a plethora of others who I've trained. So let me know, comment below, and subscribe to this channel, and we'll certainly deliver those videos to you. Thank you for watching.